Friday, let me just post this here. Every single Friday, I do the fundamentals of success, or the 7 requirements for success. We know that these things are important. And I'm so fast. I'm typing something out on Instagram. I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. So I do this every single week. I hop on and I help you go through these 7 requirements that will keep you successful as entrepreneurs, as salespeople, as professionals, as coaches, as whatever you do, even if you're just hanging out. These are the 7 requirements so that you can be successful. If I don't already know you, my name is Rebecca Cramer, and I am a coach. I teach my clients how to use social selling to grow their business. And I teach my clients how to grow and scale their business. So if you're watching this live, throw down below #live. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure you throw #replay. But right now, I actually want you to rate yourself. So grab a pen. I'm serious. Grab a pen, and we're going to go through these 7 things that I know if you could just get these things down pat, you're going to be more successful than the next guy, more successful than your competition. So the very first 3, these are the non-negotiable. Well, I mean, none of them should be negotiable, to be honest with you. But the first 3 are absolutely necessary that you really focus on. So number 1, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How was your sleep? Did you go to bed on time? Did you wake up early? Secret. If you wake up, okay, so my goal every week is to every day is to wake up before 5 o'clock. So I usually that's, between 4:30, 4:45. I started doing this about a year and a half ago, maybe longer than that. And I'm telling you, the most efficient, effective part of my day is the morning. And there's nobody to bother me. I can do follow-up. I can do administration. I can do whatever I need to do, and I'm able to get it done. So I highly recommend that you wake up early. So scale of 1 to 10, how was your sleep? The challenge with that is that means that you have to go to bed early, right? So if you go to bed early, but what happens after 10 o'clock at night? Nothing good. Like nothing that you're working on is going to have the best of your brain. So why not go to bed and just wake up early? So scale of 1 to 10, how was your sleep? Next on the list, don't forget, these are the 3 most important things. Sleep, so the next one you're going to rate yourself is on fitness. How is your fitness? And fitness doesn't necessarily mean did you go to the gym and work out with weights. You could go outside for a walk. It's nice enough here, thank goodness, now in Canada. So did you get your body moving? Did you get your heartbeat elevated? How was your fitness? I know in the wintertime, I'm going to sneeze, I think. In the wintertime, I would do just dance with my daughter. And that was the exercise that I got for the day. So how was your fitness this week, scale of 1 to 10? Next on the list, food. How did you eat this week? Don't forget, the fuel that we put into our body is the fuel that drives us, that creates the energy. So if you want to perform, the same way a Porsche would, you need to put in premium fuel. So scale of 1 to 10, how did you do? Okay. What happened to me? What happened? It didn't happen to me. I found some chocolates from Christmas. Truffles, so they're not even stale, and I found them and I've been having them in my coffee. like every day. So scale of 1 to 10, I did not do so fabulous this week. But how did you do? How did you do for food this week? So scale of 1 to 10, you're writing down how did you do for sleep? How did you do for food? How did you do for fitness? Number 4, we know that if we write things down, and I would encourage you to, when you're writing, so write down your goals, right? So when you're writing down your goals, you know, you should be visualizing what would happen if, visualizing, you know, if you reach that goal, when you reach that goal, when you achieve that goal, that dream. If you're not writing it down, you're not thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, you can use your phone, but this and this is ideal. So scale of 1 to 10, did you write down your goals? Next on the list, appearance. Did you get yourself dressed and ready for the day, whether you were on a Zoom call or not on a Zoom call? Whether you were, I mean, I know I love Clubhouse. I do love Clubhouse, but I also know that when I look good, I feel good. So write down, scale of 1 to 10. How was your appearance this week? I know I'm not the only one. That, you know, when you look good, you feel good. So sleep, food, fitness, goals, appearance. Don't worry, I'm going to save this to my profile so that you can go back and watch it and make sure that you're rating yourself. So did you do some learning, some training? Did you grow your knowledge? Did you expand your knowledge? You trained on something, you learned. You should be doing this consistently. How could we possibly just stay still? We can't stay still. We have to keep learning. This one is the most controversial. Do you know that you are actually an average of the closest 5 people in your life? You're an average of those people. Are those 5 people the people that you want to be an average of? Are they? Are they supportive? Do they encourage you to work hard and keep going and never stop and be positive and do the right things? Or are they convincing you to stop work early? Maybe they're distracting you. Maybe they're just negative all the time. How can you distance yourself from people who are restricting your level of growth? Having someone who is negative, who is someone who you don't want to be an average of, having that person around, you become part of that person. How could they not rub off on you? How could they not influence the way that you're acting if you're around them? Scale of 1 to 10. How did you do with that this week? Now, I don't mean that you call up your bestie and say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with you anymore. Distance. You can just distance yourself with time. I think we, people come into our life for a reason, for the time that we need them. And it's not to say that you don't still need the friends that you have. But if you're going to get where you want to go, it's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard. But if you have someone who's dragging you down, who's negative, who's not the right person to influence you to reach that top level that you're trying to reach, then you're not fully committed. Anyways, I know that's the hardest one. Only one left. Were you prepared for the day? Did you prep the day before, or did you just fly into the next day like, oh, what's going on? Right? Scale of 1 to 10. So to summarize, we went over sleep, food, fitness, goals, appearance, training, learning, your average 5 people. And then, were you prepared for the day? How was your work ethic? Are you ready? Ready. So anyways, that's it for today. So one thing before we go, I have a boot camp starting next week. I'm so excited. My Unstuck and Unstoppable Business Boot Camp, 5 days next week. I have the link below, or in my, if you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. So what will we be doing next week for the boot camp? Basically, we're going to help you create an offer that you can actually, that you're confident offering, that you know exactly the problem that you solve. We're going to help you reach the right audience that will spend, that will pay, that trusts you. Set up sales systems and processes so that you can replicate your success consistently. And of course, mindset, because, well, let's be honest, things are hard, and if you don't have your mindset sorted out, how can you continue to be consistent if you don't know the reasons, if you don't have the confidence? So mindset. Anyways, we're going to go over all of that next week. If you haven't already signed up for my bootcamp, please make sure you join. And thanks so much for joining me today. Have yourselves a fabulous weekend.